6,000 military personnel. And covering the Big Three, our Big Three, the 3 J's, Josh Elliott, John Barry, Jalen Rose. We've decided that we'd like to see a little 3-on-3 action, ours versus theirs on the court before the week is through. But in the meantime, I guess we'll have to take you guys in ties behind the desk. Josh?
Yeah, indeed. As long as it's not shirts versus skins. And we'll be seeing today LeBron James arriving for the business at hand, followed by the other two, Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. Stop me if you've heard those names before, but really for all the pomp and extraordinary circumstance, for the boatloads of hype and the resulting backlash of this summer, that trio is still in search of what another team has. The two-time defending champion Los Angeles Lakers, lying, however impossibly, below the radar, should they still be favored to take home a third consecutive title or to advance to a fourth consecutive finals. Our Shelly Smith was with the Lakers. She has more.
While all eyes were watching the building of the South Beach Super Team, the two-time defending NBA champs were quietly stockpiling reserves. The Lakers believe Steve Blake, Matt Barnes, and Theo Ratliff will be important in their quest to three-peat, even as they've been overshadowed by the 3 free agents in Miami.
I guess it depends on how you look at our additions. You know, they're big to us. You know, the things that Steve and Matt and Theo bring to a team like ours are big.
It's about guys that you want to play with. And I don't enjoy playing with chumps, guys with wimps and stuff. You don't win by playing with guys like that.
They're already a championship team, so we just have to come in and fill in for the players that have left and try to even take a step up. So I look forward to the challenge.
The Larry O'Brien Trophy is still fresh in the Lakers' minds, while Miami has yet to win a game with its new lineup and nemesis LeBron James.
Just excited for him because he seems to be happy in his decision. You know, I mean, my sentiments don't go beyond that.
It makes things a little bit more competitive, which we want, and I mean, it just adds fun to the league. Gives helps the story, you know, right? The storyline of the season.
We're the champ, and you know, so we view ourselves as the favorite, and I don't think that will ever change as long as you know, we have the guys that we have.
Phil Jackson says he marveled at Miami's ability to sign the top free agents in the league, but he cautioned that teams that have won the championships in the past have done it with defensive-minded teams, a lot of luck in the injury front, and with a chemistry that he says doesn't always come with talent.
Hypocrite.
Miami's kind of talent. In Los Angeles, I'm Shelly Smith, ESPN.
Thank you, Shelly. And guys, let's just hit the fast forward button, shall we? Indulge ourselves. Maybe 10 months from now, this is the matchup we'll be seeing, perhaps, for that Larry O'Brien Trophy. And guys, you look at these two teams, and well, the additions of the Lakers and Matt Barnes and Steve Blake, obviously Mike Miller, Eddie House, and sharpshooters off the bench for Miami. Guys, what do you think of these matchups, how they go, really position to position for what we all might hope to see 10 months from now?
Well, I think it's a tremendous matchup. I mean, and you talk about defense, I hear the LA Lakers. The Miami Heat were one of the best defensive teams in the league last year. And now you add a LeBron James, who's an excellent defender. You add a Chris Bosh with his length. I think they're going to be one of the best teams in the NBA on the defensive end. Not to mention, how do you match up with these guys? The LA Lakers, probably the team that matches up best. When you talk about Barnes, you talk about Artest and Kobe to match up with Wade and LeBron.
And the Los Angeles Lakers have an easier field out west. But for the Miami Heat coming out of the Eastern Conference, their challenge possibly with a puncher's chance also is going to be by the Boston Celtics because they have size. They have Shaquille O'Neal. They have Kevin Garnett. They have Big Baby Davis. They also got Jermaine O'Neal and Perkins when he comes back from injury. So now you fast forward that if they're able to get past the Celtics and get to the finals, how will the bigs for the Miami Heat show up and play on a consistent basis? We know what we're going to get from Bosh. He was 20 and 10 last year. Can Juwan Howard, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, McGlure, can they give you quality minutes? Because you know Haslam has been there and won a championship with his team.
That's probably the biggest problem is the Miami Heat bigs. I mean, they really don't have a true dominant center. Ilgauskas, not a great defensive player.
Real quickly, guys, are the Lakers still the favorite?
Should have got Shaq.
Yeah, I think they're still clearly the best in the West, with Oklahoma City being the second best team.
Clearly the best in the West, and they added Barnes, Blake. I really like what they did in off season.
All right, guys, that'll do it for now. But again, we're here all week long with the Miami Heat. Of LeBron James earlier signing some autographs on his way in. We do appreciate Staff Sergeant Carlos Gonzalez Chino sticking to the detail and not getting over there to get some scribbles, of course. Trust me, there will be more opportunities. For now, for Jalen and John, I'm Josh. Back to you, Linda.